Hey everybody, it's Toddzilla here again with Joe's Auto War Clan. Just want to do another video on the GoVaHo and how powerful it is. We're going to do 4 speed runs here. We'll go from the slowest to the fastest. I believe the slowest was number 2. I got 3 stars in number 2. Again, pretty popular. Troop composition here with 10 Valks, 14 Hogs, 9 Wizards, 4 Archers this time, no wall breakers. The strategy on this one was to come in by this Archer Queen with both my Golems. I knew they would path into this air sweeper there, and then I'd use a jump spell in the air defense in order to get into the core with my Valkyries. And when I drop those Golems, I drop my King right afterwards, so I would take care of that Archer Queen, and then I'd funnel with my Wizards from that Dark Elixir to over here. And that was the plan on the attack. You can see replay ends in 2 minutes 8 seconds. Actually do start pulling the clan castle. It's a lava hound. I pull up to the north there with my thing, and you can kind of see a minute 55, I guess, once I actually start my attack. But I do start the funnel Wizards after dropping down those Golems, and I drop down my Barb King. It goes in there and takes out the Archer Queen, no problem. Drop down the Valks, get that last building, and then they're gonna path right into the core here. I drop down a heal roughly where they should be going with all those jumps in there. They're healed up, completely demolishing the core. Send in my Hogs. I actually kind of missed that heal a little bit, so I think a few more Hogs died than was necessary. And you can see the Valkyries, perfect. A lot of health left with that heal that was dropped in the core. That's the way I run my GoVaHos. I tend to try to heal up my kill squad in the core if you have one of those cluster core bases, which this did in the middle there with the Expos and Town Hall and Clan Castle. This attack did peter out right here on the Wizard Tower. A lot of damage being done there to my Hogs, and they kind of petered out there. They split off, a couple attacking the air defense there, and from there you can see the Lava Hound still distracted by the Valkyrie there, which is part of the plan of, if you know there's going to be Lava Hounds in the base and they have those outer rings like that, you can, if they're easy to pull anyway, you can pull a clan castle as I did, and then just use one archer to get one of those outer buildings, and you don't necessarily have to worry about any Lava Hounds from there on. Did struggle a little bit once that little bad boy exploded. He took care of my Barb King there at the very last Archer Tower, but I had enough Wizards that came through, took those out, and then took out that last Archer Tower. 100% 3-star, very powerful attack. Run the 1 jump to get into the core. Typically, you'll see an Archer Queen jump to get into the Archer Queen as well. And then those 3 heals. I tend to use 1 heal on the kill squad, either right on the Archer Queen or right as they're getting into the core, depending on the base design. We'll go to the next quickest one, which is my 3-star number 1. Pause it real quick. Exact same troop composition. Replay ends in 1 minute 54 seconds. I'll just hit play there. Drop down the Golems. I knew there was actually no, this is a fresh attack, sorry. I just assumed that there was a Lava Hound in there. The rest of their bases for Town Hall 9s all had all had Lava Hounds in there. So I bust into the core there, drop down the Valkyries, throw down that jump to get into the Archer Queen and to the core there, throw down a heal, keep those Valkyries alive, just swinging like banshees in there, taking out all those defenses in the middle. I call these cluster cores, where you have Expos and a bunch of stuff kind of in the core. The GoVaHo is really powerful for those type of base designs where they have a lot of Teslas. Perhaps they're Town Hall, Expos, sometimes they're Royals. GoVaHo attacks are very powerful for that type of thing. Valkyries, they kind of peter out in there because they didn't have the heal on them for that long. It was more towards the Archer Queen, but the Hogs take out the rest of the defenses there. No problem. Throwing in the Wizards to clean up all the trash, I guess, on the outside there. Last Hog's taking out the cannon, and from there it's just kind of clean up. So I'll fast forward, but yeah, you can see very powerful attack. We're getting through these bases in under 2 minutes, which after the update and they took away the 30 seconds, I know a lot of people have been complaining it's very difficult to get 3 stars. It's not. If you see these cluster core bases, just run the GoVaHo attack. It's extremely powerful. They just crush anything in that core. That's a lot of DPS, or a lot of hit points within that core, and they completely just obliterate it. Bone Crusher, we'll look at his 3-star, number 3. He ran 8 Valkyries, 17 Hogs, 8 Wizards, and a Giant. I believe he was just using the Goblin there to trigger the CC, or to get a bomb. And you can see his attack, 147 it starts. And he actually hasn't even started his official attack yet. And let's see when he actually starts it. Oh, he threw a Archer up there. 1 minute and 36 seconds. This actually might be the fastest run of the 4 that I'm going to highlight here, but same general idea. You want to attack where the Archer Queen is and try to get those Valkyries into the core. So he funnels with his Wizards, he throws down the Golems, funnels with those Wizards, and then throws in the jump to get to the Archer Queen and into that core. You can see the cluster core there. Dark Elixir, both Royals, Clan Castle, 2 X-Bows, and his Town Hall in there. And absolutely decimated. Maybe took 5-6 seconds for those Valkyries to get in there and completely obliterate that core. Now that core is gone. Everything's just going to funnel around the outside, basically horseshoe style. You got tanks with those Valkyries doing lots of damage. They're taking a lot of the focus actually off those Hogs, so the Hogs kind of have free reign when they first came in because all the defensive units were focusing in on that core where the Valkyries were. So a lot of Hogs left here. He actually swags one of his poison spells, because just didn't need to use it to clean up everything. 15 seconds worth of cleanup crew here, and very quick attack. You can see he did it in about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and this is, you know, their number 3 Town Hall 9 here. So very powerful attack. One more speed run to look at. Jesse's speed run on number 5. We'll take a peek at that. Not necessarily a cluster core, but same general idea. You can plow through this purple wall here, and then once that's broken, I'm not exactly sure if he doesn't have wall breakers, so he probably just broke through there and then used the jump to get to that Archer Queen and into the core. He does take a while to scout before he actually decides to move on this base. And then we'll take a peek. I believe Bones was 140 something. 145. This was the fastest attack. 1 minute and 45 seconds to 3-star a Town Hall 9 with this GoVaHo attack. Level 10 Royals. He's got the Golems going. He's got the Archer Queen down. They're going to bust through that wall. He's got the Valks there. Actually, I believe he uses a jump right there. Very, very well-placed jump. Gets in. Valks, you'll see as soon as that Archer Queen starts doing damage, the Valks actually avoid going to that Wizard Tower, and they just completely obliterate both of those Royals there in the middle. He doesn't necessarily use the heal in there. This was a rather sloppy attack. He missed his heal, I believe, here on this side. Not a lot of his Hogs actually. This heal right here, completely missed it. And this attack is so powerful that he was still able to 3-star this base in 1 minute and 45 seconds. He's still got the 1 heal left. He's still got 1 poison left. There's the final heal down to essentially take out the rest of any of the damage. After everything's outside of that heal, all you have left damaging is that archer tower that the archer queen took out. You still got 2 archers and a wizard to take out these little ones on the edges, and then from there it's just a cleanup crew cleaning out the rest of this base. Done in 1 minute and 45 seconds. The GoVaHo attack, super strong at Town Hall 9 now. So if you're struggling getting 3 stars at Town Hall 9 these days with the extra 30 seconds, seriously consider doing this GoVaHo attack. Let's just look at Jesse. He had the 7 Valkyries, 21 hogs. Both my attacks, I had 10 Valkyries, 14 hogs. Depends on the type of base. This one wasn't necessarily Valk dependent. The ones with the cluster cores, I like that you get through one set of walls and you can jump in and get the archer queen and you're in the core. Those are the types I like to run more Valkyries in, less hogs, because then once they get into the core, if they goes in their royals and perhaps a bunch of Teslas, as in the last video I made last war, when I didn't even use my royals to get 3 stars using this attack, those ones are very nice base setups for using more Valkyries and less hogs. And he wasn't even super crisp on his heals and everything with this, and he still got it in 1 minute 45 seconds. But general troop composition, 7 to 10 Valkyries, 14 to 21 hogs. And if you're struggling, like I said, to get those 3 stars, seriously consider this. A lot of bases you see do have those cluster cores. One jump after you break through an initial wall and you're killing the archer queen right away, which is vital at Town Hall 9. And then you're getting rid of a ton of DPS in the core. A lot of the defensive units that are around the core aren't even focused on your hogs when you send your hogs in, so they almost have free reign to go in and kill a bunch of defensive buildings before you even need to use heals. But if you're struggling getting those 3 stars, certainly consider this attack. You can see the speed runs. Almost every single one of those was under 2 minutes. Anywhere from 1 minute 45 to like 1 minute 55. Just completely decimates those bases. Just wanted to highlight once again how powerful that attack is. Please like this video. If you are learning from this video, please let us know in the comments. Please leave a comment. It's always fun to see, when people say, hey, I really learned from this video. I take a lot of information away from this, and I'll use it to improve. Really like seeing those in the comments. Please subscribe to this channel. We do at least one video from every single war highlighting a certain type of attack or a certain, attack that we did. This particular one, you can see GoVaHo, extremely powerful. I hope you learn from these general strategy. Just throw your golems down in the general direction of where the archer queen is. Use your wizards to funnel, and then throw your royals down to get those middle buildings of your funnel down, and then wall breaker through that first set. Throw down your Valkyries, jump into the core or where the archer queen is. I like to throw my heal down on that kill squad. It keeps the Valkyries alive longer. If you have a major cluster core with possibly 4 Teslas and the Town Hall, Clan Castle, Archer Queen, Expos, and the such. So thank you for watching. Really hope you learned something. Please like the video. Please comment in the sections if you're learning from these, or if you're using it to get 3 stars. We like hearing that stuff. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and have a good one.